Hey everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to work with DNS. What is DNS? DNS stands for Domain Name Service, and DNS will actually look at the address you entered into your address bar on your browser, such as google.com, and actually go and find an IP address for that address. The computer doesn't know what google.com means, but they understand the IP address behind it. We're going to work with my personal domain name, which I just bought for 2 years, alexanderthenotsobad.us. And we're going to see how we're going to configure the DNS service in my service provider called DreamHost. Now, DreamHost is a service provider very similar to AWS. It doesn't have a lot of the same features, but it's also a lot less expensive than AWS. And they have a service called Dream Compute, which is akin to AWS EC2 or Elastic Cloud Compute. And that allows me to spin up a Linux server online, and this Linux service will have a IP address, a public IP address, and that's what we're kind of linking. So let's take a look at all this and see what's up. Okay, so I'm at my service provider's webpage, and I'm about to sign in. My service provider is DreamHost, which is akin to AWS, but much smaller and much more affordable. So let's go ahead and sign in. And it'll take me to my dashboard homepage. What I need to do in this particular instance is go to the websites and manage websites. It's kind of counterintuitive, but you actually manage your DNS registration through the websites. This is my old domain, alexanderthenotsobad.com. If you could look at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, you'll see the whole domain name written out there. And this is my new domain name. So I know it's tough to see with the dark theme, but there's an ellipsis here. And what we want to do is manage DNS settings. Now, I have already actually created A records. I've created two separate A records, and I'll show you what they are in a minute. But I also want you to notice that these A records for the DNS server or service have been propagated. So the first A record is just an @ symbol, but it is my actual alexanderthenotsobad.us domain, and that's going to point to my public IP address, which is right here. We'll go ahead and cancel out of here, and then the second A record is again the domain name, but this time with www.alexanderthenotsobad. So if somebody dials up www, some might, alexanderthenotsobad.us, it will still point to the same server. That's pretty much it as far as domain names. And what this propagation means is that if I go to, sorry about that, alexander.us, Alexander, see, it wants to say .com because it's probably saved in my, or maybe I typed .com by mistake. I believe this is a matter of, I don't want to have to get to this. Let me see. I could erase clear recent history, and we'll go ahead and clear that as well. What's happening here is that the well, first of all, it's trying to visit HTTPS, which I still don't have the site secured, so it's just an HTTP, and it's still going to HTTPS, and then it assumes that the web page is US. There it is. Okay, so finally it accepted my actual address. It still wants to dial to HTTPS. Most modern browsers will, but I can just say go ahead and just accept the risk. And this is whatever basic HTML I have on the website name, September 22nd. That's my birthday. You can wish me a happy birthday if you like, but that's basically how this all works. The DNS has been propagated. I barely have any HTML, any content in this website at this stage. I'm hoping to make videos of me filling content on this webpage. Alright, I believe this has been long enough. Let's just stop right here.